How is it going today, guys? We are here for day two, technically day three, but the second uh offering here at Invictus launch week. Today is Aegis Day, and I don't want to waste any time. I want to get right down into the expo hall and see what's going on there. Now, I'm super excited. I think, well, Aegis is one of the most flushed out manufacturers in the game, and so they just have a ton of ships, but they also have like ooh, some of the coolest military ships in the game, and we'll see what all they have to offer here right away. Hammerhead, Redeemer, and Retaliator, three quite impressive ships. Let's kind of get a little overview. So we got kind of like our medium and heavy fighters over here. We got the Avenger series over here, which are kind of your small like starter ships and variants of it, and then the Eclipse, which is kind of a stealth torpedo bomber, and then we got the Vulcan and the Nautilus down here. So we'll check those out last, but we'll go ahead and start up here now. The Redeemer. I haven't been doing a lot of combat recently, so to be honest, I'm not sure, how good it is in the current meta, but this thing is just absolutely awesome. I love changing out all the guns on it to attritions, just a wall of lasers. But this thing is super cool. The only thing I don't like about it, and this is kind of like a nitpicky thing, but if I close this ramp, you'll see it. I think the back of it just looks a little strange. Yeah, I don't know. Just something about that kind of boxiness I'm not a fan of, but super cool ship, ton of guns. Yeah, very cool. But now the Hammerhead here, this is one of my absolute favorite ships. When I first started playing the game, the Hammerhead came out pretty shortly after that, and I had a buddy that I was playing with that had one, and we would just get a bunch of people in the Discord server and just run missions or do PvP at Korea. A lot of amazing memories in this ship right here, and it is just awesome. You can switch all the guns out to ballistics and it gets pretty crazy. It is just a ton of fun. If you got a group of friends you want to get together and just go do some combat, the Hammerhead is quite amazing, and I imagine it'll actually be a really nice ship for kind of living out of. You got your cargo bay back here, but it's got a kitchen, it's got living quarters, it's got like a little dining hall, cafeteria thing up at the top, a mess hall, I guess you'd say it. And yeah, just a super awesome ship. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember right in lore, you're not supposed to ram things with it, but there's some sort of like Aegis designed it with extra armor or something up on the front, so not intended to ram things, but it's capable of it. And also, this is one of the only ships that actually has a working docking port for docking with stations. Now, over here we got the Retaliator, and this thing is quite awesome. Right now in game, all we have is the like bomber variant, so it carries, I believe it's I might have this wrong, size 9 torpedoes, but I'm not positive. So here's one of those torpedo bays, so that opens up and has a bunch in there, and then there's one more up here. Now this is they've shown off a little bit of the gold standard work for it, which basically just means they're updating it to the standards of like current ships that are being built. So at some point, I would imagine this thing is going to get a little update and it's going to be even better than it is already. Just kind of have those nice amenities that some of the newer ships have with the button panels and all that. but super awesome looking ship. This thing actually has a ton of turrets, like one under the pilot seat, one above it. I think two, three, maybe four in the back. I'm not sure. I see at least two there. But yeah, super awesome ship. Uh, really nice for Jump Town, trying to get rid of those pesky A2s, or just chaining together a bunch of bounty missions. But I think we'll go ahead and if I remember right, I think the vanguards are going to be on this side, and I think those may be my favorite Aegis ships. I mean, I do have a Saber Raven, which that's my favorite ship of all time, but I think, not everyone has access to the Saber Raven, so I think in terms of just general Aegis ships, man, it's hard to not look at that FA Lightning. Maybe one day I will have one of those, but yes, we got the vanguards in here. These things are just absolute monsters. They're beasts, heavy fighters. There's a dropship variant, so I think, see, it's just, yeah, this is just the normal one. So you're gonna have I believe it's a size pop gun on the nose, and then your nose turret guns plus a little turret up top, and a selection of missiles. The inside is pretty similar on all of them, but they just have kind of different modules. So this one has bathroom, beds, little kitchenette area, and then you got your little closets for storing guns, munitions, clothes, stuff like that. And then you got little lag spike there. You got an engineering station. These do open up. This is where you'll have components, avionics, and stuff like that. And I'm sure there will be some stuff you can do on the console there. But step over here. This is the Sentinel, I believe. Let's double check. Yes, it is. So very similar, except this one is an E-War variant. So on the inside, it's equipped with an EMP, but then you see here a little kind of change up in the layout, and here we have like an E-War station, so maybe you'll be able to hack other people's like incoming missiles, or I don't know, the systems on their ship possibly. All that is to be flushed out eventually, but super cool. And I love the livery on this ship, the color scheme, that kind of blue and yellow or blue and gold. Very beautiful ship. I used to have one of these, but like I said, I haven't been doing much PvP recently, so not a big reason to have a heavy fighter in my hangar, but awesome ship. I imagine I will have another one in the future at some point. Before we hit the last two vanguards, let's check out the sabers here. Now, the sabers on each side, they are identical besides the paint, and they just come with like a different selection of weapons. So you see this one here, I think it comes with some lasers and like plasma cannons or whatever those are, and the cool like blue and digital camo livery. And then over here we got the base saber, and it looks like they don't have it on display, but the Saber Raven was like a limited variant with it has 2 less guns on it. You lose the side guns, and you bring in you get an EMP, and it looks quite different too. It's for being it definitely has a little similarities, like the cockpit and all that, but the main body of the ship, I absolutely love this. I think this ship has the most beautiful engine effects in the game. In fact, I'm probably going to rent it right now so I can go fly it around later, but it is a gorgeous ship, and yeah, pretty awesome. And here we have the Gladius. This is kind of the star of all like gold standard ships, since it is like the main ship in Squadron 42. It has all the amenities. You see here it's got all working component bays. It's got over here it's got the weapon racks, and this is super awesome. I wish they're adding it to more ships, but I just wish all ships had the weapon racks that pop out like this. Super convenient. I mean, for now you can keep them on your back, but eventually that's not going to be the case. We're getting a lot of lag spikes here. It's a little worrying, but super awesome ship. In my mind, it's kind of like the F-16 or F-18. It kind of, you know, it's got guns, it's got missiles, it's kind of got a nice little selection of everything, kind of a multi-role attack aircraft, and yeah, just super awesome. I have one of those in my hangar for when I want to do a little bit of combat stuff. But over here we got, let's see, is this the Harbinger or? Okay, well this one's the Hoplite. Hoplite, same kind of amenities as the other ones. Well, not the same amenities, I should say. This one rips it out. This one has jump seats and weapon racks, but it's got the same sort of armaments and that sort of stuff on the outside. But yeah, you're gonna get your kind of like small dropship version. And then here we got the Harbinger, which is like the torpedo missile boat variant. So you can see you got some nice juicy torpedoes in there. I think it's got like 4 or 5 of them. They kind of go down here, and we can go take a quick look underneath. It's this bay right here opens up and those torpedoes drop out. Keep clear when doors operational. Yeah, so this door right here is where they drop out of. Super cool looking ship. Like I said, I think all the Vanguard series are my my favorite Aegis ships, just because they're so versatile. And eventually they're gonna have the like module swapping, so those kind of internal modules, like you could own one Vanguard and then own all the internal modules and just sort of swap them out, which that'll be really cool and convenient for a lot of people, I'm sure. Let's see, how did all of these guys get down there? I don't think they're supposed to be down there. Oh, caught up in the flag there. Let's run and take a peek over at the Avengers, and then we'll head down to the holodeck and kind of end our tour there. Man, this thing is just an absolute beast. I'll have to film some videos. I think one of my buddies still has one that he flies pretty regularly, so we'll have to bring that thing out and maybe run some bounties. Also, take a quick peek at these outfits. I really hope these outfits are like you can get them in game someday, especially like these outfits. I am super excited for, you know, when the Idris is finally in game for players to fly and own and all that properly. These outfits will be super cool, you know, kind of role playing like you're on an actual aircraft carrier. I cannot wait for that. So here, this is your base Avenger. Nothing crazy about it. Some guns, some missiles. You're gonna have some storage area, and then a bed and that sort of stuff inside. Nothing too crazy. Here, let's see what this one is. The Warlock. So this one is gonna have an EMP device in the back. And this is one of my favorite sort of EMPs in the game. Most of the other ships just have like little EMP drives or whatever, but this actually has this like cool device going on in the back here. Really beautiful. Here in the middle, we're gonna have the Aegis Eclipse. This thing is an absolute beast. Kind of has that like B-2 stealth bomber sort of inspiration. It looks super awesome and carries 3 size 9 torpedoes. This thing, if you're able to land those torpedoes, will decimate, you know, pretty any small to medium vessel you will run across. But even large vessels. I mean, this thing is just fantastic and really cool. Love the design. Um, Here we got the Avenger Titan Renegade. I think this is supposed to be a sort of like a bounty hunting type ship. Uh, Maybe not. No, I think that's the other one. Yeah, I think this one just has a skin. Nothing different about it. This one, I always forget what they're called, what this one's called, but yeah, this one has the like cryopods. So if you're doing some bounty hunting, you can store some criminals back here as you take them to turn them into the police. Let's see what the name is on this one. The Stalker. So yep, same guns and weapons loadout. You just get those extra bays in the back for bad guys, and you lose your cargo space. But you know, no real point in doing cargo hauling in a bounty ship. Let's hurry on back out and run down to the holo viewer, and that will be the last thing we check out today. Man, the F8s are just so beautiful. I'm probably going to mention that in every single video I do here about Fleet Week, but I dream of the day that I can fly the F8 Lightning. Well, you know, I guess you technically can fly them in game now. You just gotta steal them from the AI, but yeah, that's a little tricky. Nothing down here on display, but if we go in here, I think we have the Vulcan. Oh, first we're gonna have the Nautilus. So the Nautilus, awesome. I cannot wait for this thing to be in game. Size 7 turret here, or 2 size 7 guns on this turret right below the bridge. And this is a mine layer, so it's got like dispensers where it shoots mines out. It's got like either like explosive mines that like stick to ships and explode, or just like little turrets with guns on them. But super beautiful looking ship. I cannot wait to check that thing out when it's actually in game. Now we got one more thing to check out over here, and that is the Vulcan. I have one of these in my buyback. There's no point since it's not in game yet, but this thing is like a repair, refuel, rearm ship. This is gonna be here we got the cockpit there. This is going to be an amazing ship for like fleets. You know, you're gonna be needing to rearm, repair your fighters and other, you know, medium-sized ships. And I think this thing is going to be amazing at that. It has drones on board, so you can send those out to work on vehicles. And I can't wait for this thing to be out. I hope in the ad for this one they had like an Aegis fuel truck parked next to it, and I'll tell you, there's like a little cult following in the community, and I am part of it, that wants that fuel truck very badly. So hopefully that makes its way along when this thing finally comes out. But that is going to wrap up our tour here. I'm trying to think we didn't miss anything else, but thank you so much for watching and sticking with me here on the second manufacturer at Fleet Week. There are many more videos to come this week, but thank you so much for watching this one, and have a great day, guys. Hope to see you later.